This is everything that you need to know about Fantasies of the Thousand Gateways. So for some reason, people keep on forgetting to do this every week. And if I had to make a comparison, then think of this game mode as a faster version of the Elusive Realm with 3 characters that you can all use, 2 Tacet fields, stronger buffs, and a shop. Oh, and don't worry about the depths of Elusive Realm. It will return soon, the devs are working on it. So you can start this event as many times as you want. It doesn't cost anything. And to unlock this mode, you need to reach Union level 30 and you need to complete chapter 2 act 1 of the story and have the Resonance Nexus unlocked here in the city square. And once you do, you'll get a tutorial quest which will lead you to this red gate here. So there we go, and then bam, you can start the game mode here. Alright, so when it comes to the characters, there are no trial characters and your characters levels don't get boosted, so you can only use your own build characters. So yep, their builds do matter, their level, their weapons, their echoes, their talent levels, and of course their sequences too. But then again, the buffs are so strong that even with a below average build character, you will still be able to easily clear this mode if you know what buffs to pick and where to get extra points, which I'll be showing you guys in this video. So if you care about your time, then the characters that you pick here matter a lot. It will decide whether you have to only do this once or twice, because you need at least one of the weekly boosted characters, so one of these guys here, in order to get the 6,000 points here in a single run. Otherwise you'll only get 4,000 points and then you'll have to do 2 runs. And no, you don't get any extra points or anything extra for having a full team of the boosted 8 characters. So only one is enough. Even if they're not that well built, you can still put them in your team if your DPS is built enough and your healer. Oh, and something else to keep in mind about the boosted characters is that they also buff the element for the week. So this week it's Spectro, and since they're telling you to use Spectro characters, they also boost Spectro damage bonus by 30%. But yeah, it's a different element every week, and also the boosted characters change too, of course. So what I would recommend you guys to do is to have one DPS and one healer, and in the middle spot put in your boosted character. I just started this with this team, I won't change anything. You'll see me mention Lucid Dream a lot. So what is Lucid Dream status? Well, it's the strongest buff here, and also what you'll mainly be focusing on for damage. Since when this is active, you'll do a ton of damage even if your characters are not well built. So how do you activate it? Well, you have to fill up this key circle, and in order to fill it up you need 500 dreamscape energy. So it changes every week, but for this week, whenever you hit an enemy with basic attacks, you get 20 dreamscape energy. This has a cooldown of 1 second. Whenever you use a skill, you get 100 dreamscape energy. This has a cooldown of 10 seconds. And for this week, since it's a Spectral week, whenever you damage an enemy with Spectral damage, you get another 30 dreamscape energy. And this has a cooldown of 1 second. So yeah, this is OP with Spectral Frazzle. We also have buffs that increase the amount of dreamscape energy that you can get, so that you can get to the 500 faster. Like this one here, when a basic attack hits, restores 20 dreamscape energy. This effect can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds. So usually we get like 20 every 1 second. That's like the base. And then with this we'll get like another 40. So we'll be getting 60 dreamscape energy every second. And then we have this one here, defeating an enemy restores 80 dreamscape energy. So between these two, this is better, because when you're in the boss room and you're only fighting one enemy, then yeah, you'll be getting more from this. So we'll go with this one. And bam, now we can fill up our circle here a lot faster. So what do you get from entering Lucid Dream? You get 50% crit rate and 100% energy regen, your resonance skill and your resonance liberation, your ultimate. Cooldown will get reduced by 50%, and whatever buff you picked from stage 1 or later stages, they will get buffed too and enhanced. And this lasts for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds, you'll have to fill up the key circle again, but you can also get buffs to make the Lucid Dream status last longer, like this one here. But we also have buffs that reduce it. So this one here, there are 13 stages in total. So yeah, let's just defeat all of the enemies in the first room. So the first room is always a combat room where you have to fight enemies. There we go, completed. And after you clear each room, a cat spawns. Some of you guys already noticed. You go up to the cat, interact with it with F if you're on PC, and then bam, it lets you pick between 3 buffs. So the buff in the first room is the most important one, and this is also usually where you can restart if you don't like the buffs. Since it's still pretty early, it's fine if you just leave and then restart. So yeah, each stage gives you 3 choices. Another tip that will like help you out a lot is the outline here. Make sure to always turn it off, because if you turn it on, if you look around, then you can see that none of them actually give you any numbers on how much they boost your character's damage. So make sure to press the outline button here, and then bam, you get the numbers. So yeah, all of them have numbers now, as you can see. I mean, some of these buffs look really good at first. If you don't see the numbers, you're like, oh my god, it increases my crit rate and crit damage by a lot, it's gotta be good. But no, once you see the numbers, they don't look as good. And also for the next buffs that you pick, these 3 here matter a lot. Your next buff give you a choice whether you want to like buff your own characters or buff these 3 statuses here, like give them more damage. As for damage type and attack buffs, I only pick them if there's no Lucid Dream buffs. So if you have to pick between attack and damage dealt, which is better, well, it's like everything else in the game. You don't want to have too much of something, because then you'll be losing out on something else. So if I have attack and then I go for another attack, then at the end I'll be doing less damage. It's better to go for the opposite. So if I picked attack before, then I would pick damage dealt here, since that's better. I'll do more damage since I have both of them now. So yeah, make sure to always balance everything. So since I picked the Time Rider in the first stage, then yeah, as you can see, it gets enhanced here. And with this, I'll get 3 times the energy. So I'll be doing more damage. So there are also buffs in the game that like make you do more damage. So this one here increases their attack by 15% and reduces their max HP by 5%. And then we have another one here. When the active resonator defeats an enemy, reduces their max HP by 0.5%. So you have the buff that makes the game think that you have 1% HP. But on your first run, make sure to read everything, since some of these buffs can ruin your run. So in my opinion, the best and the strongest one is the Time Rider, especially this week. So if we look at it, then we can see that it replaces Lucid Dream with Time Rider status, which slows down all of the enemies by 90%. So they can't even attack you, they just stand still and you just do damage to them. But that's not all, guys. So it's already perfect, but each time you attack an enemy with basic attack, it generates 1 point, and at the end it consumes all of your energy points and deals 900% spectre damage. So this is insane, especially this week, because spectre damage is boosted. So yeah, we're going to go with this one. We don't need to reset since it's so strong. And bam, we also get some dream fragments and the cat is gone. And the door here opens. Alright, so when it comes to the doors, we have different ones. First we have Rest, which is a shop and where you can heal your characters. It's always in stage 6 and stage 12, so before a boss room. Combat that we have here, you just fight enemies and then the cat spawns. Dreaming is usually a challenge. Oh, we have to dodge. So as you can see, if you dodge 10 times, you get the second cat. And there's a time limit. It's up to 2 cats spawn there. Let's go with free struggle since the room is usually bigger. Oh, there we go. We have to destroy the crystal here. Again, we completed both objectives, so we get 2 cats. Deathmatch is a mini boss fight. 1 cat spawns here too. Calamity is the first boss fight that you do. And Dreamless Dream is the last boss fight that you do. That was super fast. After you defeat a boss, you will see this glowing star thingy here, and this is a Tacet field. So this will spawn 2 times every stage. So in stage 7, where you fight the first boss, and stage 13, where you fight the last boss. It even costs the same. Like if you go here, as you can see, 60 wave plates for 1 Tacet field, and then 120 wave plates for 2 Tacet fields. Alright, so I don't want to claim this, but for the video, I'll claim it since I love you guys. There we go, claim. And there we go, this is the exact same amount as you would get from a normal Tacet field. But the only difference is that the echoes come in a box now, in this box here. And just like a normal Tacet field, you can target a specific set. You have a chance of getting an echo from one of these 2 sets. And of course, you can't even pick the echo main stats. So I just think of these boxes as a way to save space in your echo bag. So if you were going to do 2 Tacet fields that day anyways, then yeah, this is a good thing, because you can do 2 things at once. But they don't force you to redeem anything here. So yeah, you don't need to redeem this. And if you don't redeem it, then you're not missing out on anything. And something else to keep in mind is that we have breakable objects here, which if you break, you either get fragments, which you can use to buy stuff in a shop, or a cat spawns. And in order to find them, you can like use a sensor. So tab and then sensor, and then you press your sensor key. So on PC it's T, and then bam, as you can see, this rock here is breakable and it's yellow. So we can break it, and yeah, let's just see what we get here. So we got a cat here. The breakable objects depend on the area you're in. So for the red grass area, it's always those rocks. For the swimming pool area, it's always like those flamingo floaty thingies. And for the green grass train area, it's always the boxes. So as you can see, we first have the rock here, which we can break. But if you go down here, a cat just spawned here, and there we go, there's a rock there. So we have 1 rock here, and then we had 1 down there, and then we had a cat down there, and then another cat up here. So yeah, make sure to always look around. There can be multiple stuff in a single room. I mean, I would have probably missed this if I didn't use my sensor, but you'll eventually know where they are if you play long enough. So yeah guys, this buff here is like so strong. Like every time you hit an enemy, an explosion appears, and yeah, this is bad if you're on a low-end PC and you have your graphics all the way to the max. I can't even see the enemy, guys. Like I'm just burning this. Like I don't even have to do anything. I can just do basic attacks and everything will just disappear. And then we have the Dreamless Dream stage, which is the last one, and the boss fight. Alright, so this week we have the Lori. Again, this changes every week, and if you can't defeat the boss, then it doesn't matter. You can always do a run. You don't need that 6,000 points in a single run, so you can do multiple runs and it costs nothing. Oh, and the boss timer doesn't matter. After it runs out, the enemy just does more damage, but you can still win if you defeat the boss. I don't even need to do anything. I can just do basic attacks with a shorekeeper. Bam, it's gone. And yeah, we have another Tacet field here, which we don't have to claim. I'm not gonna claim that. I'm gonna get out of here, man. There we go, 6,000 points. So when it comes to rewards, you get 160 asteroids. That's a single pull, 60,000 credits, and 2 XP tube. This resets every week on Monday. So in a month, you'll get 640 asteroids. The rewards are okay. I mean, this game mode is easy. It's targeted towards newer players. And the asteroids, they add up over time. If this video helped you, then you can help me by liking and subscribing. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Thank you so much for watching.